Hello, and welcome back to the final part of our Halloween special. Previously, the investigators had some kind of mysterious car trouble and broke down on the side of the road outside of a town named Bolton. Staying at the local motel, they find that the people around town seem very odd and not quite themselves. After seeing a mysterious pulsating green glow through their windows, they decided to go and investigate and see where it was coming from, finding the source of it coming from a destroyed house within the town, and also finding the diary of a madman, local named Gregory Perkins, who later ran into them on the streets. Going into the house, they find another tome of magical significance, the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, where they used a passage from within the book to banish whatever entity had come in from the meteor. They used the power of the Necronomicon Ex Mortis to banish the entity from within the meteorite back to its own realm of existence. Raymond losing a hand in the process, and most of them losing quite a bit of sanity along the way. After all was safe and everything was cleared out, they called 911 to attend to Raymond's missing hand. He was picking up in an ambulance and taken off to the hospital in Ipswich, where we're picking up. The two of you have just left the site of the motel, and you're still in the ambulance.
Is there anyone in the back of the ambulance with us? Or are they both up front after taking care of Ray?
No, there are two EMTs in the back with you. One is tending to the bag of morphine that Raymond currently has in his arm, and you see him talking to the other one, saying, "It seems like his status is stable for now." And looks at you and said, "That was a good call, cauterizing the wound. He could have bled out in minutes."
Indeed, yes. Thank you, gentlemen. Of course, if my friend is all right, I would appreciate a bit of privacy, if you don't mind. Please, thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
And he says, yes, no problem. Make sure he gets some rest on the way to the hospital. He's been through a lot."
Oh, I believe
As he says that, I'd like to detail Raymond is like on the verge of passing out, just relaxed back in a chair.
I do believe just you fellas have taken care of that quite nicely, and Oswald reaches up and gives the morphine bag just a little bit of a squeeze, give him a little bit more of the liquid happiness.
Oh yeah,
and taken care of him very well. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Indeed, thank you.
Despite the trauma that Raymond has endured, he seems fairly okay condition-wise.
Oswald is his voice and his demeanor is very still like the same. Cocky, thank you. Obviously, you're helping me, but Ray could probably pick out on his face that he is not that at all right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So as they, did they leave us alone? They go to the front.
Yeah, they're currently up in the front of the ambulance.
The second they are in the front, I turn my back to whatever door, opening, window, whatever they've got like between us. And I'm going to reach into my bag and immediately begin flipping through the Necronomicon Ex Mortis that I still have in my bag, and check for any damage that may still be remaining after I, shot it with a bunch of bullets. Wondering how that's going.
Okay. As you pull out the Necronomicon and begin flipping through it, the bullet holes have healed over. They're no longer
nice.
there.
Terrifying, but nice.
As you open it, roll a sanity.
Info. Off the bat, we are getting into it, aren't we? Whoop. Nah. Right off the bat, nah.
Nah,
Okay.
fam.
It's gonna be a good one today. We're starting like that.
Yeah.
No hot dice tonight.
So right off the bat, You take 5 points.
Yeah, right off the
that's
bat.
rough.
All right, what I get, boss? What do I get? What do I get? I missed out on this the whole time last session.
roll me a D100.
Oh yeah, we're doing roll tables now.
Oh shit.
72. That's either good or bad.
72.
Probably bad because it's called Cthulhu. I'm so scared.
So you have looking out the window and spying your reflection within the window, you feel like it's staring at you independently, and then it looks at you and winks. And you kind of move away, like move back from the window, and your reflection is still there waving at you, and then it disappears. You now have isotrophobia.
So that's temporary insane.
And that is a fear of looking in mirrors.
That's 1d10 plus 6, I believe. Is it plus 6 or plus 4 rounds? For the temporary insanity.
1d10 plus 6, I believe.
Plus 6. That's 13 rounds. So yeah, a little bit over a minute. So well, what's very good is that Oswald doesn't give a fuck about his own reflection right now, and is just frantically flipping through this, trying to find anything. Yeah, no, I'll go ahead and talk about it. He is looking for, after seeing the power that this book had, knocking everyone to the floor earlier, and causing that light to vanish, whatever the hell it was. There has to be something in here that can help Ray. There has to be. He refuses, and he will not stop looking, no matter how much it hurts his own freaking brain, to dig through and try to find anything.
Roll occult.
Skills. Occult. Oh, how to edit. There we go.
Okay. So reading through this, you find that this book has a number of incantations and spells written in the same kind of foreign language as the one that you read. Looking through, the book itself almost seems like it plays out as like a bestiary in a sort of way. There's pictures of what can only be described as creatures, though some of them are nothing like any animal you've ever seen.
Yeah, don't care. Skip past them. Not what I'm looking for. Fuck all this. Sees it and looks at it, terrifies him, moves on. Not even thinking about how scary it is.
Yeah, so looking through this book, there's nothing specific about the regrowth of limbs.
Nothing like mystical healing or energy from other realms, transference of energy. Nothing that he can find or pick out.
No.
Then, if we're looking,
the closest thing like that you find in this book is something about reanimating dead tissue.
Fucking useless. It's supposed to be Ray. Look at Ray's like fucking like dead, half asleep, drugged out of his fucking mind. It's like, Ray, look at this. It's supposed to be the most strongest book in existence, and it can't even fucking help. Worthless. And he closes it hard and stuffs it back into his bag. Fucking America. I knew we shouldn't have taken this post. We need to travel. We need to see the world. Fucking
Ray's still barely conscious.
And as you close the book and put it away, you and Raymond and Corren obviously go to Whispers.
But before I continue, can you give me like a quick like second rundown of what you just said? Because like I had to like talk to someone.
No, you're good. I opened the Necronomicon, looked through it, tried to find a spell that could regrow your hand or transfer energy. Closed the book, said it was bullshit, mumbled under my breath that we never should have taken the post.
Right, cool. That's fine.
As you close the book and put it away, you look over at Raymond, who's still pretty out of it. Right, Raymond, you're still kind of going back and forth.
He's morphined out of his fucking mind.
Okay.
Just happy memories of street brawls back home.
Yeah, and you look over at Raymond and just start thinking and wondering, like, what can I do to help? You know, I can't let this like be how it is.
Oswald is getting angry.
Yeah.
Is where his thoughts are going. He's starting to get mad that there's nothing he can do in this situation. He can always do everything except for right now.
And as you're sitting there thinking about all of this, you hear, "What the fuck is that?" from the front of the ambulance.
Oh, gee.
And the ambulance wrenches off, like, to the right and then back to the left, and you hear, like, a commotion up front.
Oh, fuck.
No, it's all right, Ray. You stay right here, and I go and I kind of like tighten down one of the things that they put over the gurney. No, you stay right there, big man. I'm gonna take care of this. All right.
All right. Cheers.
Get some rest. Get some rest. If you hear yelling, get in the car and drive. All right.
And you hear like a thum, 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 like on the metal wall that separates the front from the cab. And as you like begin walking up towards the front of it, you just see one of the EMTs, his body fall like in the doorway, like blood coming out of his mouth and his face like caved in. And crawling up his back is Raymond's severed hand.
Oh fuck!
Oh, sick.
It is like a pale white, almost blue color. The veins in it are green, and just very like sick and poisoned looking.
Dude, what the fuck?
And you see the you don't see the ambulance driver, but you hear him like, "What the fuck is it? What the fuck is it?"
It's a fucking hand. I'm not on the sheet right now because I'm trying to log back in, but I'm gonna take some shots at it with my gun.
Okay.
If I can. Oswald, character sheet. There's the music. Oh, that's terrifying. That makes this a lot worse. That makes this a lot worse. Okay. All right. Gun it is. Shooting my gun. No. Since I'm point blank.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm point blank, so I get to do again, right? Because it's within a fifth of the range or whatever. There's a gun. There's a shot.
Okay. So your first shot like goes high and shoots through the front of the windshield, and you kind of aim it a little bit better, and you have more steady aim in your hand, and you fire off a second shot, and it lands point blank like in the palm area, and you see the bullet like come out the back and like green neon glowing blood splatter on the dashboard. And the wound regrows back over, and the hand like turns and like looks at you.
Why am I not surprised? I'm gonna try to punt it.
And it jumps at you.
There it is. I guess it's a brawl check or a dodge. What is it? When it's trying to melee me, or does it just roll?
It just rolls, yeah. And it does land on you. And begins like crawling up towards your throat to begin throttling you.
Oh, can I grapple the hand?
I would say at verbose because you are morphined out.
Lovely. I just kind of like clamber on my feet.
The ambulance is still kind of like going like back and forth, and the driver is terrified.
Not a verbose success.
I made it.
Yeah, but not at verbose though.
I have verbose selected.
Oh, you do?
It didn't roll as a verbose though. Because it would when it lists itself as a verbose success if it is a verbose success.
That's weird. Try it again. No, yeah, it's not.
Who knows?
It won't do it.
Nonetheless, yeah, I'll say that you can.
You need to roll under an 8.
Yeah. Just treat it as if it was a verbose, because it won't roll. And that would be an 8.
Okay.
That I need.
Which is a fail. He failed. Long story short.
Yeah, so you try, but you're just groggy and just
like
don't
slap my stomach as it's climbing up my chest. If I get time before it gets all the way up, I'm gonna try to do one of like the disarms, that Ray had taught me when someone's trying to choke me and he's not around. It's like
I would
go
say
and
that
grab-
you have time to try to do like one thing to,
Yep.
like get it off you or
So I'm
whatever.
gonna do like a strategic grapple maneuver that Ray taught me to try to get it and wrench it off me as it's climbing up, and then hopefully just fucking chuck it. But whatever happens after that, I'll figure out. That's just a brawl.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these rolls. No.
Okay. So you try to do this maneuver that Raymond taught you, and it not being like a full arm, just a hand from like
I go to
the
grab
wrist
the
down.
forearm that isn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just kind of skitters past you and grabs onto your throat and begins choking
Ray.
and does 3 damage.
Oh my
I am going to
God.
make. What can I? It's my own hand. This is. I'm morphing to fuck, so I can't exactly. I'll just try and grab it again.
Okay.
That's another fail.
Unless it got easier since he's watching his best friend get choked to death.
And even extreme, it's a fail, I think.
Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, so you go to grab this hand again, your hand, and it's too high up for you, like laying down in the position that you're at.
And I'm just gonna try to reach up and just out-strength it, or not strength, but like just try, instead of grabbing it and trying to do a maneuver, just both hands on and wrenching it.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead.
Please. Extreme.
Ooh.
Extreme.
Nice. Okay.
And then I want to fucking just like yeet it either out the window, or if I can kick open the back doors and chuck it out that way. Like just fucking
Okay.
throw.
Roll a strength to try to kick open the door.
It's not gonna go well. Oh well, all right, sick.
Nice.
Okay. So you grab this hand and hold onto it and kick open the door and throw it out of the moving ambulance. And as far as you can see, it like flies off like onto the road behind you.
If
And
you're
you-
still alive, gun it.
And you close the doors behind you, and the ambulance instantly just picks up speed and races off towards Ipswich.
All right, now I'm going to go and open up the book and see if I can find anything about unanimating limbs.
Slight
Okay.
side note: I forgot to add my skill addition to brawl,
Okay.
just in case you see that change.
Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
So flipping through the book, actually roll another occult for me.
Yes. Yes. Extreme.
Okay. Looking through this book, you find that a number of entities that are listed all seem to have like some kind of a weakness to fire. Not all of them, but some of them. Bullets and other material weapons don't really do anything to them or stop them.
But fire seems to be the common
Mm.
denominator. All right, very,
Yeah.
very good to know.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Okay.
Weird question. Do incendiary rounds exist yet?
I don't think so.
I would say
I don't know.
no.
I have
And even
no
if they
idea. I don't
did,
know
they'd
about
probably be
ammunition.
like military grade weapons. Not really something, the average civilian could buy.
Who says anything about an average civilian, sir? Mr. Crowley has plenty of connections. Believe you me, sir. Believe you me.
True, but
But
yeah.
Mr. Crowley starts conversing with God directly.
But yeah, probably not. And yeah, the ambulance races off down the road towards the hospital in Ipswich.
well, that will be a problem for later. Hey lads, you got anything up there for a bit of a bruised throat?
I've
Uh,
got, and I like hold a tube out towards.
Good lad. Take it. Just kind of stick it in my arm real quick. I guess I'll know how that works. Find the vein, pop it in real quick, pop it back out.
Alright.
Give it back to Ray.
Okay.
I guess is our first aid check to try to get some of my health back. Because
Okay.
I am. What is it to unconscious? If you're below 5, you're unconscious. Or below 4.
No, if it's
it's
below
below
4,
three.
it's a major injury,
Okay. No, I'm still above that. I am 2 away from that,
which
though.
can like
So,
cripple you or you
yeah.
know,
No, I
impair
am
you
at
in
I'm at
several ways.
6 out of 9. Nice, but
Okay.
not doing too hot. So is that like a first aid to try to get some health back?
Yeah, go ahead and roll first aid.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, it does fail.
So fire's
But
the way
once you get
go.
to the hospital, you could probably ask for like help.
Ask for some proper help. Yes,
Yeah.
I could take care of the pain with the morphine, but I'm definitely still hurt.
We're just like conked out in the back of the van.
We're
Yeah.
just high as shit.
And the
That was my fucking handles.
and the
Indeed it was.
and the ambulance driver's like looking back, like behind him, like it's you guys, and like back at the road, like what the fuck was that? They're dead. It killed them.
Yeah, it seems like it did.
We could see that. There's a pool of blood round my boots. We
there's a
only
pool
bought
of
these 2
blood
days
down
ago.
the front of my shirt. You fuck! You will be paying for that, sir.
You give him a day off, mate.
It won't be
and
him,
actually,
it will be his boss.
The 2 of you roll sanity for witnessing Raymond's severed hand murdering these 2 people.
Finally. We're
Nah.
pulling through on sanity for once.
Again, nah.
Okay. So Oswald,
One more disease. One more disease.
roll a D100.
Hey.
Did I lose another 5?
Or
Oh,
no,
I
no,
lose.
sorry. I have to roll how many you lose. You only
Yeah.
lose 2, so you're fine.
Sick. All right. And
Can
that
Can I,
other
can I
one
can I try and like lighten the blow for us by making some jokes? So we're on the back of the van and see him like sweating. I'm like, it can't have been my handles. You wrestled it off, you.
Oh, fuck off.
I'd have never lost an arm wrestle with you.
Well, technically, it wasn't an arm. It was just a hand.
Man, must have been someone else's animated severed limb.
Yeah, keep making jokes, you big lug. And he's going to that entire conversation, even though he already looked through, he's gonna keep trying to find anything for Ray, even if it keeps hurting his own sanity. He'll keep staring at these monstrosities within this book, trying to find anything. And if there is nothing there, it's like, if you want to make me roll again and find nothing, we can. But I'm searching, even though if he's confident he found nothing, he's gonna keep looking, just in case he missed anything.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a cult again.
41.
So yeah, looking through beyond the part about reanimating dead tissue, there's not really anything.
Is there any... Did they, like, bandage up the stump, or is it just cauterized and hanging out and stabilized?
No, I would say, like, after they got him in, one of the EMTs probably bandaged it.
From the flesh that I can see, does it look like there's any rot or energy or anything that's still creeping, just making sure that he's okay beyond missing his fucking hand?
I would say that it's still too soon to really tell, since you know, the hand was removed, but so far it seems like there's no infection or
Less
any
of
weirdness.
infection and more of eldritch energy permeating.
Oh, okay.
Like-
no, it seems like it's clean from that too.
All right, good stuff. If that is the case, then probably for like the sake of it, he's still looking, but you know, it's like we don't need to keep doing checks. He keeps flipping through the book for the entirety of that drive, trying to find anything pertaining to the regrowth of limbs.
Okay.
And if not, in the process, he reads the whole thing cover to cover, because I know it's still like half a day's journey to Ipswich.
So you're reading it from cover to cover?
So he's scanning it, trying to find anything that finds it. If he can't find anything that finds it, he would look closer. I would not call it cover to cover. But he looks at every page. He's not reading every page, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if you've done a lot of like...
He's scanning.
Yes. Scanning with focus. I'd say he's definitely looking at it for a long fucking time, though.
Roll me sanity.
Starting off strong. There's a hard success.
Okay. The pages that you do kind of skim over. A lot of it doesn't make sense because of the strange language it's written in.
Alright.
But there are
if I can.
pictures.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello.
Nothing happened. Nothing at
Don't
all.
worry.
everyone's fine.
I see a lot of
Okay,
green.
so I see a cold check and a sandy check.
You see nothing because you're in the back of a very nice car.
I know.
don't see- you don't see goddamn.
And sleeping.
Sleeping now.
Yeah, I would say all of you are probably sleeping on the rest of the way towards Ipswich, unless anybody specifies that they're not. If they're doing something else.
No,
How long is
Ruby's
the car
absolutely
ride?
passed out.
How long is the car ride?
The car ride is probably another 6 hours.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
definitely
definitely
sleep the entire thing.
Yep. Charlie. Ruby is absolutely passed out.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So all of you are sleeping on the way towards Ipswich, and after sleeping, you hear Jermaine, the driver from the front, say, "Hey, we're starting to get close."
5 more minutes.
Hey Mike,
And
do they see anything on the road?
We're sleeping.
Well, does
Yeah.
the driver see anything weird that he'd stop for? Does he not spot that after what happened?
Here,
I'm
let
just wondering
me.
if that rings up to them, or if it.
Right.
I'm wondering if it stayed there or if it went away.
Huh?
Oh my
What the fuck
god,
did you
Nope.
guys
It's
do? Oh, Jesus.
Jermaine, you useless fuck! God,
Yeah.
I hate
Fucking
Jermaine.
hell, Jermaine.
Yeah, he sees
I
nothing.
was sleeping through it.
He
Again.
actually sees so little that he crashes into another car.
Yeah,
Jermaine actually
exactly.
stayed
We all
back
die.
at the fucking hotel. You all got in a car with a stranger.
He crashes into an ambulance.
Oh, jeez.
Which explodes on impact.
Oh, God.
This isn't a Michael Bay movie. Calm down.
But yeah, you guys start getting closer towards Ipswich, and as you do, you see that it's not as big of a city as Arkham is, but it's still a fairly decent sized city. There's a few larger buildings, almost skyscraper, I guess, but large buildings kind of in that fashion. There's a very large metal bridge across a river that kind of cuts through the center of the city. And
What time of day is
see-
it?
right now it's probably about 1 to 2 in the afternoon.
And
Okay.
when is the party?
It starts at 6,
Mm.
Okay.
I believe. Let me check. Yeah, 6. So you do have some time to kill. You get into town, and Jermaine says, "Well, I suppose we should probably go by the hospital and see your friends then, huh?"
Oh, that would be lovely.
I
would've
wouldn't call
done that
them
either way.
friends, but I would like to see them.
I'm not sure if they'd like to see you though.
And he begins cutting across town over towards the hospital. And you get out, and it's a very large building. It's like a 4 or 5 story building. And you go in, and there's a person at the front desk that says, "Yes, may I help you?"
No. I'm just joking. I don't say that.
"Well, then please leave, sir."
Get out of here.
I say, yes, we would like to see one of your patients.
That sounds very ominous.
And she says, "Are you a friend or a relative?" Do
Yeah,
you-
we're friends.
We're friends.
Yes. Old friends.
And what is
Go
this
on,
friend's name?
Raymond.
Yeah,
Yes.
Raymond. Raymond something. I don't remember the.
Raymond who? We have many Raymonds here right now, I'm sure.
Oh.
It's the one with the missing hand.
And she And she begins like looking through some files and paperwork and says, yes, hard trauma on the right arm. Yes, he's in room 502 on the 5th floor.
No, it's the
Thank
wrong.
you.
Watch it be the wrong Raymond.
Different
did-
Raymond has
uh,
also lost their hand.
Did he come in recently?
Yes, they just arrived about 45 minutes ago.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Could you, for once, nod for Corren? I'm.
How does everyone
Vadim
else
says that, Corren, just so you know, Vadim says that, not you, fucker.
What's that, Peter?
how does everyone else look like at the party? Do y'all look fairly healthy, or do you have like
Disturbed, maybe?
injuries?
I
love that
mean, as
band.
far as like major injuries, I would say no. You guys look a bit tired. A bit on edge, we'll say. But
I see.
as far as like any sort of like bodily injuries, such as like what Raymond has, no.
Okay.
No one got hit as hard as Raymond.
Nothing that maybe like a few band-aids couldn't fix.
Mm-hmm.
Band-aids and a stiff drink.
Mm.
From the first aid kit I brought.
Literally 100 proof alcohol for disinfecting wounds.
Delicious.
PSA, don't drink disinfecting stuff. Not good.
Sounds
Try
like,
me.
sound like a pussy to me.
If you wanna die, I mean, you can drink it
Yeah.
only once.
Yeah, you can drink anything, just some things only once. That's it.
Okay, let's go to room 500. What was it?
No, don't tell them. They have to remember. They have to find the room. Fuck you.
It's 502.
We should head to the 5th floor.
Yes.
Yeah, and you walk down the hallway and go up the elevator and push the 5 on the button, and you feel the strange, like zero gravity feeling as the elevator starts to go up.
We just
Roll
start
for-
floating.
Roll for button push.
Roll for nausea.
Roll like so the elevator doesn't fucking crash. I shouldn't have said that.
And it
demons come through the vents. You're fucked.
and it goes up, and you hear that ding as it gets to the floor, and
Nice.
the doors open up.
Everyone's terrified. It's just like happy elevator music, and we're all like, and we all die right there.
I was about to say, as we were going up the elevator, there's this awkward, music, elevator music, and Peter just says, "Did you all see what I saw? Am
What
I
did you see?
am I the only
Yeah,
one
I'm pretty
drinking?
sure.
Depends. Did you see a giant green comet or whatever with a bunch of weird books around it that I might or might not have taken with me?
I did see that. Oh,
Well, in
thank
that
God.
case, we
Well,
saw the
then,
same thing.
We all saw the same thing.
Oh, goodness.
I feel you.
This doesn't seem real.
Did y'all see me try and kill you? No,
Yes, we
Vadim
did.
does not actually say that because Vadim does not remember trying to kill them.
Vadim also would never say the word y'all.
Yeah, he would not.
Hello, y'all.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
I am fellow American.
What are y'all doing? That sounds like a line out of the new Borat. That's what that sounds like.
Okay, to the hospital room.
Hello, American.
Hey there, y'all lost?
Hello, Americans. I am Vadim.
To the hospital room.
Okay.
Who's the hospital
yeah.
room?
And you
Okay.
begin walking. You begin walking down the hallway, and it's the second door on the right. It says 502.
Room 502.
I knock
Is
on the
that the right
door.
room?
Hello?
Do I hear a knock at the door of the room that we're in?
Yes,
Wakes
you-
us up. Does
yes,
it
you
wake
do.
me up for my morphine-induced nap?
Roll listen, I suppose.
Let's thought about that. We are both on a lot of morphine.
Mm.
Nah.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
my blood in me to go around.
So
I'll
He
yeah,
just
might
open
be
the
awake,
door.
but Oswald would be knocked.
Nah.
Do we see their name on the displayed on the door?
yes, it says Raymond down and Oswald slow.
I would
Oswald
have
Slow.
scratched out the last name.
Slaw.
I would have
slow.
like gone out and crossed it out. so they just see Oswald.
His name. Slow.
You don't. Well, you probably can read it because he was on morphine, so he probably just put like one line, like tried to cross it out.
It's like one line through me. It's just the other one.
Yeah, you could still clearly fucking read it, but he tried to cross it out.
I'll just go into
yeah,
the room.
but-
I don't care that
Yeah,
there's no response.
I follow.
Yeah, there's no response, so you assume they're probably out. And you walk in, and Raymond and Oswald, you are both like passed out, right?
Great
Ray's,
security.
Ray's
in
on the
this
bed.
hospital.
I'm in a chair.
I might not be passed out.
Just
I'm a big man. I got a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oswald's out.
But I'm
fucking
definitely
cold.
zonked.
Zonked.
I'm not like.
Well, passed out is just asleep. It's not necessarily unconscious. That's American for just asleep very hard.
Okay, so yeah, the rest of you walk in and see Oswald and Raymond.
They made it.
Okay, then.
Don't you find these two a little odd?
I
Hey,
honestly,
hey,
I've
hey.
seen worse.
Yes, we've seen quite of odd people in our career.
Right. But these two seem to attract.
They're
that
hiding
kind of
something, I
madness.
feel.
Yes. I was about to suggest maybe we should look at their passports.
You know,
Something.
if you're gonna try and sleuth through my stuff, at least do it while I'm not awake.
Oh, hello.
Oh, she's right.
Good to hear you.
She like,
Afternoon.
she like,
How are you feeling, Ray?
Face palm. Like you
But
just
I'm
do
very
your little dupe.
sensitive for my new lack of hand.
Can you give us a thumbs up?
I hold my stumpy, no longer hand out.
Okay, and there are bandages from where the doctors have like cleaned everything up and did what they could, with the stump and wrapped it up again.
They say a
Nice.
sense of humor is very healthy. It's good to see you laughing.
I like to look on the bright side. Some people say it's gaining a hook.
Ha ha! I like it.
Didn't you guys take the other hand with you so you could attach it again?
You could say it. It was present, certainly.
What's that supposed to mean? Was it like
Well-
it was yesterday?
Look, I'll be honest. I was off me nut on morphine,
Right.
but while we were in ambulance, my own hand attacked us.
Sorry, my laptop once again decided to unalive itself. I will be back in the normal chat in a few.
It like
Okay.
strangled one of the paramedics to death. I
I
think.
thought the evil spirit or something was
What?
already out of the hand.
If you guys look at Oswald's
What?
unconscious body, he's probably got some like wraps and stuff around his neck too.
Sorry, what did I miss? What happened?
The hand, my hand.
Yes.
Well, it strangled one of paramedics to death. I think
Oh goodness
And
gracious!
then-
I'm so sorry.
it attacked us, and I couldn't pull it off him because I was off me nut. But he threw it off. I'm proud of him.
Is he
Wait
okay?
a minute, you're not in
He's
trouble, are you? Because of your, it's your hand.
I mean, I don't think so.
This is all just madness.
When was fingerprint detection invented?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. It is invented yet.
Fingerprint
There
detection.
is fingerprints in 1920.
I
looked
don't
this
know
up
what it's
previously.
called.
They can dust for that shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I looked this up previously. I was playing Call of Cthulhu Corren. There is fingerprints, yeah.
That's nuts. I didn't
I
think that
know.
shit was invented.
That's
in,
why
like,
I was
the 60s.
asking.
Ah,
Um,
I'll eat my words. Fuck me. Sorry.
I think it was
Yeah.
pretty like uncommon though.
Peter will walk up to Raymond to his side and he'll say, "I'm sorry you heard me suggesting looking through your belongings, but I believe we are all in the same situation. I think
Yes.
trust. I think we should be able to
Yeah.
trust each other.
Yeah, I feel like the two of you are hiding something, and
Listen,
I'm gonna be real with you. We've been through so much. I think
We
we
want to
can.
help each other.
No.
I think all of us
call
are
the
hiding
nurse for
something.
Ray, call the. What the? Get out of our fucking hospital room!
I've got it handled, us.
Oh, do you? Do
Yeah.
you? Let me guess. I've been
No.
asleep. You've been here for what? 4 minutes, and you've already told them about the fucking hand, didn't you?
Handled.
Look,
Oswald?
right.
All of
the
you
handle's
Good morning to
something
you,
out.
Oswald.
This is a
I hope you're doing
private
well.
hospital, and you are all fucking trespassing right now.
Oswald?
What, did you tell them we were
we're not.
friends?
We asked.
Did you tell them that we were friends? Is that what you did?
In fact, we did, yes.
Yes, so you
fact,
lied
yes.
to enter my room, trespassing. You will
We're
all
not
be
friends.
charged. Thank you. No, Peter, you and I are friends, yes. But these
Oh,
people are
thank
not.
Do you remember how we literally almost died together?
Do you
before this?
remember when I talked all of you out of talking your way into prison?
Everyone,
Yeah.
please keep your mouth.
Not
Keep your
Peter.
voice
I would
down.
love to continue our conversation from earlier,
Listen.
but these people, including him,
Oh.
and he points right at fucking Vadim, need to get the fuck out of my room.
Well,
You know
it's
what?
not your
You know
room,
what? No,
isn't it?
you,
Is
and he
it?
points at the
Yeah,
one with the
is it?
bat. You can stay.
I can?
He
You,
knows he was the one with the bat.
you two can go.
And a nurse comes in through the door and says, Mr. Down, it's time to fit you for your prosthetic.
Ooh.
And,
One of those. I've heard fancy things.
All the best today.
Remember,
Frank.
Ray, remember, cost is not an object. You get whatever they offer you. If you offer it, you say yes. Do you understand?
I say yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Now, have at him.
Okay.
Smacks him on the ass on his way out.
And she,
I feel like you two are more than friends.
and the nurse helps
why
you
you're assuming
into
shit.
the wheelchair and then wheels you out of the room.
As
Goes
she
through-
tries to help me into the wheelchair, I say, it's my hand that's missing, not my feet, again. But I'm also off my head on morphine and stumbled past the wheelchair.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
he'll be fine. Just do your best to keep him from knocking into people. He will not sit down.
And she says, yes, will do. I will definitely try my best on that, sir.
I got legs of steel, love, don't even worry.
Back of the left knee if you do need to knock him down, though. Just so we're clear.
Oz.
Yeah,
And
shut
she,
up.
And she wheels you out of the room. Go ahead and go to Whispers.
Oh
Oh,
no.
again?
Oh, gee.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Oh.
Hello.
let me just mute myself real quick.
So yeah, as she wheels you out of the room and down the hall, she says, yes, we have a number of prosthetics for you to try on. We're not sure what your preferred style would be. There's hands, there's hooks. So you can take a look and see what it is you fancy.
Alright.
Look down the hallway into a room at the end of it. And you see there's a number of different like hand apparatuses on display here.
Nice. What are my options?
So there is like the single like metal hook, like like kind of Captain Hook status. There's one where it's more elaborate. It's almost like two pieces make the hook, so it has a little bit more of like a gripping capability. There's one where it is a wooden hand, or not like a wooden hand, but it's like almost like a carved wooden hand that's extended in like a handshake position.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one more where it has like a spring apparatus to where it can be like there's like a thumb part that can be pulled open and like grip onto something and closed from the other side. And there's like a spring holding tension, so you can have a
Right.
basic grabbing mechanism. on
Seems
that
quite
hand.
fragile, though.
A bit. I mean, you wouldn't be able to like, get it ran over by a car or something, and
But I
it'd be
can't do that
okay.
with my normal hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if I like pound this into something's face,
It's-
is it gonna?
It's sturdy in the sense that it's made of metal.
Oh, lovely. Blood
Yeah,
force
it's-
trauma.
Yeah, it's made of metal, but it almost has like like a soft rubber padding on the inside on the gripping part.
Right, but the outside is made of metal.
Yes.
I want to be very clear on that.
Yes, the outside is metal.
It's
Like-
very much a positive.
It's like surgical steel.
Would you say that one has the most mass behind it?
None of them are super heavy, but there is more surface area and more weight to it.
I'll go with the metal fist.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you point at that one for
I pointed it with my lack of hand.
yeah, and you point at it with your stump to the nurse, who says, yes, that's one of the more expensive choices, but it's definitely one of the more popular." And she picks it up and goes to put it on and says, "Oh, well, this won't do. This one is too small. Let me go get a size larger." And puts it back on the display and walks over to one of the cupboards on the other side of the room where other like sized prosthetics are. And as she's doing this, you hear oh my god! And
Okay.
you hear
Oh fuck.
coming on the ground behind you. Roll
With
me
my... Okay, go on.
No, go ahead.
With my still intact hand, I'd like to grab one of the random hooks from the
Okay.
display.
Okay.
On
So
the
yeah.
largest hand. And then try and just run, I guess.
Okay. So you do that. Roll me a dex
Okay.
at hard.
A hard dexterity. Nope.
So you go to run, and your foot gets caught on one of the little foot, like foot landing areas for the
Okay.
wheelchair, and you fall to the ground. And you see, like, crawling towards you is your hand again,
Bastard.
and it crawls up, and you see it turn around, and from the open cut part shoot out little tendrils.
Oh,
And it
no.
begins backing up, and the tendrils grab onto your nub and begin like pulling it back onto the nub.
Can I put my other hand in the way?
Yeah, okay. So you do that, and the tendrils that aren't attached to anything like shoot out and embed themselves into that hand,
Ow.
and you see them like kind of tense up and move your hand out of the way.
With that, can I like grab those tendrils with that hand and like pull the hand away from my other hand? My non-hand?
Roll strength.
Okay. Oh, I'm on hard still. That passes at regular.
42 over 40.
Well, that passes at regular. I rolled hard.
Okay.
Depends what you wanted that to be.
Okay, so you grab the tendrils and pull, and some of them like begin like popping out of the nub, and like you see like blood coming out of it and stuff, and it's like
Oh.
your own red blood but mixed with like the green glowing neon blood as well. And I would say like 3 of them pop off, but there's still like 3 that are attached.
Okay. Can I try and like stomp it to death? Or at least to like break a few of its fingers so it has a harder time chasing me down the corridor when I make my escape?
Sure.
Nice. And I like try and crush it under my boot. And,
Okay.
like pull my other arm away from the tendrils.
So you manage to smash it under your boot, and you hear like the crunching of bones, and like the fingers kind of shatter under the weight of your boot and the force of a stomp. And the tendrils that are on your nub begin to like loosen a bit, and then tense back up.
Cool. I'm going to run out the door, and then like slam the tendrils in the door as I'm running, and then like keep running down the corridor, just like back towards my room. Just
Okay.
kind of screaming, "Oh fuck!"
Okay. So explain that again. You're going out of the door.
I'm leaving the door,
Uh-huh.
and then tendrils still attached to hand, slamming door so that tendrils and hand are on other side of door,
Uh-huh.
and then attempting to run down corridor in the hopes that you know.
Okay. So you like slam it in the door and begin to like run down the hallway, and as you do, you get yanked back, and you feel like sharp pain in your nub.
This whole time I'm screaming, "Oh God!" Ah!
And as you like actually roll a dex for me.
Okay.
Okay. The force is almost enough to like knock you to the ground, but it doesn't. And like through the door on the other side, you see like another like much larger tendril like break through the drywall and like come out and like try to latch onto your nub. And it's like much thicker. It's like probably like a sailor's rope, like a rope on a ship, like about that thick.
Are there any like doctors or nurses like passing with like trays of equipment, like beds of people being rushed down the hallway?
This is just like a hallway, so there isn't really much besides like little stations for like nurses to keep track of paperwork and stuff.
All right.
There's like maybe a pen, but that's like about it.
Pen's not. Pen isn't the object I was looking for, but can I just like forcibly run down the corridor? I guess. Like just try and like, even if it's gonna like try and yank me back, try and outstrength this hand, which just with like my sheer weight alone.
Sure, yeah, you can try.
Like even if it's strong, I can like run just because it doesn't weigh much.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, go ahead.
What am I rolling for that?
Give me a strength.
Okay. Fuck.
No.
Okay. That's a 100 versus an 80.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's not bad though. So you run, and the smaller tendrils that are attached to you break off, and you feel like the pain that you feel is pretty much like how it was when you first cut off your hand. Like that sort of intense of a pain.
In that case, I'm still screaming violently. Ah, he's fucking. As I'm like trying to run down the corridor. Is anyone alarmed by this?
Yeah, you like run down the corridor, and there's a number of patients who are like in the hallway in wheelchairs, who kind of look at you as you run by.
Tendrils latching out my arm and chasing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
How far down the corridor is my room, can I ask?
I would say that it's not too far, so you're like running back into your room.
Yeah, that's the direction I'm headed.
Okay, so yeah, you run back into your room, and we'll hop over back to general.
Cool.
I guess that's a yes. I guess that's a yes that we do hear screaming.
Raymond comes bursting back into the room.
Ray, what's going on?
Where's Vadim in the room?
Right here.
Right by the door. I'm gonna grab your cane like forcibly in my hand. You can try and resist if you want, but I'm taking this cane. Like flick off the caney end bit so it's a sword, and like chop at the tendril sticking out of my stumpy arm.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just violently slashing at them.
So you're like trying to like shave them off essentially.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them off of myself.
Roll a dex for me. See how you.
Can I roll to make a photo of that?
Sure.
No, no. Okay, you do it. I think he doesn't like me right now. You will
You
like
can
me
do
less.
it too, because we're both journalists with
Able.
cameras.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I would say that you shave off the remaining tendrils.
Nice.
I want to also try and make a photo before that. And I do. Oh yes.
If I see that happen, then Oswald tries to wrestle the camera because I see one of them actually.
Oh no, she's gonna. If you try and do that, she's gonna punch you. Do you know how
Yeah,
expensive
good
these
luck.
are?
Try. Out wrestle me.
Both of you roll strength.
Is it
I
strength or is
trust
it
him
brawl?
well.
'Cause
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
trying to
Oh,
grapple
what the
it.
hell's going on?
What's that? Ollie?
Ah,
Is it
fuck.
strength
Okay.
or is it brawl?
Nice.
That is what strength got. Nice.
So when both of you fail, the one who's defending wins.
I'm still waiting for Mike's answer before I roll. Is it strength or is it brawl?
Strength, because you're trying to like wrestle each other down. It's more of a strength feat, I feel like.
Oh,
Success.
well, in that case.
Oh.
Ooh.
Then I have to reroll.
No, are you
Rough.
also going for the camera? No, you rolled brawl because you were trying to hit me.
No, I rolled
No,
strength so
I
you
like
can get.
rolled-
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
rolling
rolled
strength
small,
so
strength
to prevent you
roll.
from getting the camera.
Yeah. You can have the photo and then the fucking
My
camera.
brain's small.
Yeah, we have the photo.
I think Ollie still
Yeah,
wants
We'll
to
well,
do it,
keep
the
we'll keep the
having-
photo.
Oh,
We're
it's fine.
journalists. We're a team.
because higher number.
Okay.
Yeah, and I win.
Yeah, higher number.
Yeah. Okay.
Did
so
anyone
what
ever
you...
explain the higher number thing to Ollie?
Yes, you did several
Yeah,
times.
Yeah,
and so
we
did I.
Every
Okay.
time.
So what was it that you
I
were
still
trying
think
to do?
it's stupid, but they get the Alex gets the camera, or Larissa. Larissa gets the
Well,
camera.
no, I prevent you from getting to the camera.
Yeah, so whatever that.
No,
means.
like the photo. Leave my
And
camera
the
alone.
photo. Camera and photo.
Okay. Yeah, and
So whether they grapple me or get the camera first, whatever, or just get in my way.
okay. So are you grabbing the camera or wrestling him to the ground?
I'm standing in his way. I'm basically holding him in place so he can't get any closer.
Okay. And the picture turns out like all right, actually.
Nice.
Is there any
That is a
furniture
photo of
directly
a
by the door?
private citizen that you did not ask permission to. That photo is illegal.
Oh, I've got
yeah.
fucking tentacles sticking out my wrist. Can you fucking focus, please?
Yes, I'm trying
As
to
I'm
make sure
holding
we
the
can
door
get out of
closed.
here clean. Now,
Yeah,
This
there's
is
like
fucking clean, does it? I'm holding up my bloody stumpy hand.
clearly, and then he pulls out the gun. Now give me the photo so we can get out of here. All of us. We need to go.
If I can get evidence of supernatural stuff going on, I will keep it.
That's fine. Not of me and my partner.
You know what?
yeah. And there
No,
are
you know,
pictures,
I can cut. I can
Raymond.
cut his face out. I only need a tentacle.
I don't care. Anything that cannot be identified, and that's anything on his body, we will have that photograph. But first, we will leave outwards, and he's gesturing everyone with the arms. He's the one in the back, getting everybody out the fucking door. Raymond, if you please, bore the way forward.
I don't know if going out the door's the best idea.
And why is that? What's going on?
Me hand. It's back.
We left it in the dust.
It's got tendrils now, Oz.
What the f-
I take out my baseball bat, and I also take.
That won't do anything. We need fire.
I take out my lighter.
Yes, no, yeah, of course, yeah, all right. We need to find, so I'm gonna dig through all of the cabinets in this room and see if there's anything, hopefully they have some very strong alcohol.
Probably have
Yep.
some alcohol or something.
Yeah,
Something
I'm sure.
very, very flammable.
Yeah.
Preferably.
Also, to clarify,
Probably alcohol.
I do not plan on releasing this photo anytime soon. If I ever release it, it will probably be in like
That
10
photo
years.
will never be released because if it is, you will be sued into lifetime and your career will be ruined permanently. Any other picture that does not include me and my partner is free to use, but one of two private citizens, especially foreign ones, will raise hell. So
Well,
I
in that case,
appreciate your cooperation.
I
Thank you
won't
very
release
much.
it. I won't release it in that
Yeah.
case. I just need it for research and reference.
Yeah, that will not be done. Thank you. That photo is not your property. It is mine, as it is a picture of my friend and I, which are the corporation to which we belong. Thank you very much.
Then that's his picture, not yours.
Again,
Yes,
of
mhm.
belonging to the corporation we belong to, of which I am his overseer. Therefore,
Listen,
i.e.
can
mine.
we get the
Wait.
fuck?
Yeah,
this
we
this
can.
conversation is happening as we are moving, as I'm hunting for alcohol, whatever I have to roll for that.
Okay. Roll spot hidden.
Not hidden. 35.
I'm just kind of holding the door shut with my body.
Yeah, you find 2 bottles of isopropyl alcohol.
Beautiful.
I
Take
so
one,
good.
put it in the bag. Other one is going to be in my hand at the ready, and my gun is in the other hand.
Wait, would I have like some disinfecting stuff in my first aid kit?
Yeah.
Probably like a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, then I'll
Hands
take
aren't
that one out
dirty.
too after I see what he's doing.
Okay. So yeah, you also have like a small bottle of alcohol.
Yeah.
Where was the hand, Ray?
It's out there.
Right now, like in the hole.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! And then Oz is gonna just like burst out into the hall, alcohol in the hand. Does he
Do
see
you
the
have a
hand
lighter?
with a bunch of tentacles? He's got a
you
gun.
You see a closed door with what almost look like small yellow tubes sticking between like the creases with glowing green neon blood dripping out of it and onto the floor.
I'll keep watch from the distance and see what he's doing.
Awesome. Everyone, it is behind a door. Now is the time to go, 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 go. And he's just starts going the other direction.
Let's go.
Okay.
Follow. At full sprint.
Me too.
Yep.
Where is everybody else? Or like
Just
what is your
Following them.
like,
Like,
who's first, who's second, who's third?
So Oswald walks out into the hall. Whatever direction it is, Oswald is the furthest from it, and Ray is right behind Oswald.
Okay.
And then Vadim is probably behind Ray because he wants his sword back.
Just
Oh,
chasing
yeah.
him with a fucking scabbard.
I guess Peter's just following Vadim as well.
I'd walk next to Ruby, even if I have to slow down a bit, and then whisper, "Give me the photo."
thank you for the photo.
Raymond, did you hold on to one of those hands when you ran out of the room? Or
I did.
you-
I held
What
on
do you mean
all
with
of
one of those hands?
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I still have
Okay.
it. I'm more focused on
Don't worry
running than
about it.
attaching a limb right now, but
Okay, but you do have it.
yes, it's in my actual hand, my working hand.
Okay, cool, got it.
I guess it's under my arm now, because I
all right.
grabbed the sword.
So yeah, you book it down the hallways of the hospital, and you're like kind of turning, left to right, going down different corridors, the way back out to the front.
And Vadim is.
Ruby,
Mhm.
Ruby, are you giving me
Yes.
the photo?
Yes,
Okay.
I gave you the photo already.
Okay, I take the photo and I'll put it while I'm running. I'll put it in my bra because try getting that.
Try
getting
getting out
that.
of here alive. What? Who said that?
What?
Also, you're walking in front. You don't see that.
Who said I didn't already make that decision?
Right? Okay. So
Sir.
I
Okay,
say,
that's fair.
I say to Raymond, hey, Raymond, can you give me this sword back?
Ray. Ray.
Right?
Peter?
Oh, I thought you were. Yes.
Ray. Vadim's talking to you, Ray. I know I don't sound very out of breath, even though we're running very fast, but he's trying to talk to you.
I turn around to see Ray. You see Ray like halfway down the corridor, like ahead of you. He's like, "What? Look, come
I
on!"
think the Russian wants his sword back, Ray.
I throw it to you.
I guess I attempt to get the sword.
No, I'm throwing it in the way you throw swords, like handle first.
Like he tosses it in the air and the blade like spins as the handle goes around.
You know, like how people throw swords in movies, where they throw
If
like
we
the
do
handle towards
have
each
if we
other?
do have a
Mm.
degree of separation between everyone, like enough for him to have to toss it, Oz would whisper up to Ray. It was like, those reporters are a problem. They need to be handled with. Understood?
I mean, as much as I can with one hand.
You're still in working order, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Fuck.
We've got
Where's
another
Jermaine?
hour on that morphine.
Yeah, who the fuck is Jermaine?
Probably
Like,
dead downstairs. Let's
Well,
go
no,
check
like,
that out.
as you guys run out of the hospital, you see that he is in front of the car, parked directly out front of the doors, waiting for
How
you.
do you always miss everything?
Does
He said-
do I actually
So,
manage
are
to
we out
catch
of the
the
hospital
sword?
by now?
He says, "Well, I have a job to stay with
have
the
to
car."
But to stay with the car, do you not hear what's going on? Whatever, get us to your fucking whoever. Get us out of here, please.
Did I manage
Hotel,
to catch
hotel
the sword?
first, right? Or motel?
Not the motel. That was 6 hours back. We're going to the
No,
doctor's
there's-
house.
Oswald, there are several motels in the United States.
Hopefully not. That place was horrid.
Not
Um,
all
Oh,
motels are like that.
I
I
can
choose the hazard of
I
the
can
bond
vouch for that. I'm a journalist. Do you know how many motels I've stayed at? Do you think people treat
Oswald's
a
already
female
climbing to the car.
journalist
He's not
well?
listening to either of you.
I mean, I'm also climbing to the car. What do you mean?
did Vadim actually manage to catch the sword?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I would say so.
Alrighty.
Roll a dex for me.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep, you sure did. Easily enough.
Sorry, as we were running through the corridors, does Peter notice how everyone's reaction is towards us? People just running out of a hospital?
Yeah, they are all staring at you mortified as you're like running through and out
Right.
of the
Okay,
hospital.
so we're not the only normal people here. That's nice.
Well, no, they're staring at you guys like
No, we're the
mortified
weird
and.
ones.
Well, yeah.
We are
We're
the
the
only
weird
not
ones.
normal people.
Well,
guess-
yeah, but like, you know.
I guess very in a judgmental kind of way.
Yeah.
They're staring at you.
Six people just booked out of there holding a
Six
gun,
foreigners.
a bottle of alcohol,
It's in your
a
hand.
hand, and a sword.
I meant like that. The normal ones in the way of you know, people are like
Not
people
possessed.
Oh,
think
humans.
people think that. Yeah, humans exactly.
We haven't run into any elves yet. Yet.
Yet, yeah.
But we have
Watching
run
those
into
fucking
zombies.
elves.
Okay, so you guys are getting in the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
You say we've ran into zombies. One of us is that zombie. Let us not forget.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But he isn't eating brains anymore.
You know,
I didn't-
know that?
He's
He's
vegan.
Russian.
He's vegan.
He's a vegan.
And yeah, so
Oswald would have Raymond to one side of him and Peter to the other. He would make sure that seating arrangement happened.
okay.
I'll
Not
sit
bad.
close to the door.
In that case, Raymond is going to have to climb from shotgun back into the back seat.
Oh yeah. If you hopped into shotgun, then Oswald would sit with nobody next to him and make very take one of the benches and take it off for himself and like cross his legs in the middle and have his hands at his sides to show that no one is sitting at these two.
Okay.
You look very comfortable.
Indeed,
Sir.
I try to be. Well, actually, Peter, if you do have a moment, and it's like a little bit into the ride, hopefully, it's like, would you join me over here for a minute? I have wanted to actually speak to you for a moment, if you had the time.
In all due respect, anything you say to me, I believe you can say to everyone else.
I don't agree with that statement at all, sir. Actually, thank you.
I think we should try to trust each other. We are all in the same
I
situation.
believe there are very specifically 3 other people that are currently within earshot that I do not trust with one iota of my existence. Thank you, sir. If you do not wish to talk, I do understand, but I do wish to have a private conversation.
Peter will quickly glance at the other 3, as if to.
Vadim is like, yeah, just go.
All right, and he scooches over. So, what is
So,
this?
Not Peter. What is your name then?
How did you know?
I believe it was something along the lines of, "Oh God, Peter, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to kill you, Peter. Oh, Peter, please, God, why?" And it went on like that for several minutes. Now, I am quite intelligent, if you didn't know, but I believe even some of the others here probably were able to put that together. And he isn't trying to talk to hide his voice from any of you. He's just very specifically
rude.
only orienting himself towards not Peter.
No, it's not, Peter.
If you must know, I am not the man you think I am.
No, I believe you are the man that I think you are. I believe you're not the man they think you are.
He is an intellectual.
Peter just looks like he's sweating. His eyes are darting left and right.
My friend,
And
I
says-
believe, as you said earlier, or as someone said earlier, I wasn't particularly listening. we are all in the same situation.
Oh, really? Now we are, huh? I'm not saying that. I'm just like I'm not saying that. I'm just
He
thinking
doesn't
that.
even fucking respond. He's looking right up here.
Usually, people in horrifying situations together usually like pull together, and like the horror movie mentality.
That's what everyone else is experiencing.
I just look at Ruby and roll my eyes.
Yeah, it's like, right?
You are right. I will tell you, in a form of faith. Peter is not my real name. My real name I have discarded a long time ago. My name used to be Takashi Tetsuo. But I do not deserve that name anymore. This man, Peter, he was a great man. Born here, New York, America. He came to my hometown, the military American embassy, looking to form a new life with his wife and newly born daughter. He found me, just a poor young boy, and he raised me like his own, like a brother. I was a farmhand. He taught me many things. Taught me how to shoot, how to hunt, how to speak English, and the many ways of the West. I admired him, so much so that we grew very close, him and his family. Oh, they were a beautiful, wonderful family, very welcoming. But my father, he was not so, as you say, welcoming. He did not trust anyone outside of the country.
Smart man.
But I knew this man, Peter, Mr. Reed. He was a great man. Very charitable. He even taught everyone English, not just me. He was more of a military scholar, if you could say. However, and you see his face go pale. This is difficult for me to say.
I believe
But
I've got a good idea.
Yes, one night in the middle of the summer harvest, it was quite a bounty. Him being new to this country, he was quite successful. And we celebrated with a lot of alcohol. As you see, alcohol in the West, he told me that it was prohibited for some reason.
Fucking
And so,
Americans, stupid Yanks.
Yes. I couldn't understand it myself, but we did celebrate. Me, him, his wife, as his infant daughter lay in rest in her own room. He was a quite heavy smoker and a heavy drinker. Although he was, yes, a very good man. Those were one of his vices. After the long night, I wanted to head to my own room. But it is difficult for me to say. His wife visited me, and things changed. I couldn't say. And as the deed was done, he opened the door and he saw me and her, and I froze. I couldn't say anything. The man I admired so much, I could only blame myself. Why did I drink? I could not control myself. And so we quarreled. And fortunately, he was still smoking, and there was quite a lot of alcohol. One thing came to another, and I knocked him out, and there was a fire, and I didn't know what to do. I was panicking. I don't know. I couldn't save anybody. There was a fire. I had to leave. But the doors, all of them were shut.
Takeshi,
I killed a man.
No.
A good man. And I'm sorry. I do not deserve my own name. For I will live on in his honor. I am so sorry,
Now,
Mr. Reed.
Tetsuo-san, Takeshi, how if I may address you?
He's crying in his own. He's got his hands in his face. Yeah. He's crying.
He reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder. He goes, now, I don't really mean to like burst your bubble here.
Yes.
Takeshi. I'm gonna be a bit of a dick here. I know, surprising.
I deserve it.
You fucked a dude.
Yes.
You fucked your best friend's wife.
I know.
You got in a fight with him, and then you take his name. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a little bit fucked up. That's a lot of bit fucked up. Okay.
It was the only thing I knew to do.
No,
I'm
but
sorry.
listen. The best way to live on, to honor someone, especially someone you believe you have wronged, is to be a good man.
And I tried. Until
You are. Nah,
he looks at Vadim. I'm sorry, Vadim, again.
No, that dude was a fucking zombie. No, hey. Nah. Takeshi, right here, lad. And he's like slapping you a little bit.
Yes,
hey.
yes.
Smacks you a little bit harder. Listen, that dude was a fucking zombie. You didn't kill him.
But he was my friend.
Yes, he was your friend, and he was
still
fucking
is.
dead. And yeah, somehow, and he looks over at Vadim. By the way, still not cool with you. Just so we're clear.
Vadim gives like a thumbs up.
Right, just making sure we're on the same page. And turns back. Now, sir.
Yes.
Saying it makes you feel a little bit better, doesn't it?
It does.
You
but
and Ray, all you
I am
mostly
ashamed.
fighty types. Yes, be ashamed. Whatever. Get a fucking drink about it. Don't be a pussy. Come on. So he smacks you on the arm. He's like, man up. You're strong. You're brave. And even if you want, you know what? It is a little fucked up. Peter suits you. I'm not gonna lie. But most Americans probably keep going Peter. But at least people you consider your friends, consider Takeshi. It's a good name.
I will think about it. Thank you for listening.
Just a thought. Takeshi.
Yes. And around this time, the car has been outside of the city for a while, and it kind of starts going up what seems like a mountain road, and you see there's like a rather steep mountain that overlooks the city, and you drive up that road, which is very windy and curvy. Some of you might be car sick. Jermaine says, "Not to worry, I've driven this road hundreds of times. I know it like the back of my hand."
Yeah,
and,
Jermaine, I'm not gonna lie, don't trust you for shit, but keep driving. Appreciate it.
And there's
Where
like
are we going?
there's like parts you can see that like overlook the side of the cliff, and you just see down and see the city below you.
Like, this is a fantastic view, though. Don't get this much over on our side of the pond.
And the road turns into like a gravel driveway, and there's a very large brick gateway with wrought iron gates that begin to open for you. And you drive in, and you see a very large mansion.
Oh.
Pretty. Wow. Well, I'd like to live here
I
someday.
need to change my thing into.
Wonderful.
Very pretty.
Okay, where do we get to change our clothing? Because I'm not going there dressed like this.
Yeah.
I need to do this real quick.
Germain motions to like a side room, or like not like a side room, but it's almost like a smaller like shed, I guess it would be. Not even like a shed. It's like a small house. It's like a one like main bedroom house, and you go in and there's like a bathroom and the bedroom, like different places for people to change, so you can change like 2 by 2.
Do we see anybody in here? Is it just like empty?
No, it's just empty. This seems like it could either be maybe like even Germain's like living area, or some other, like, or one of the other like servants of the house.
Peter will take out the invitation and see if the address matches the invitation.
Yes, it does. Well, the one on the big house, the smaller house doesn't have an address.
Okay.
If Oswald goes and checks the trunk, I believe they did last session, but are all of our bags? Jesus, that was a tough one for my brain to get through. Are all of our bags? Yeah, is bag there? Is bag there?
Yes. So all of your bags are there.
I'll get out my they're both in like the zipper containers, but like pulls out my suit jacket thing, and then Ray's like 3 times the size suit jacket thing. And I was like, now it is time, and walks over to Ray, and then like kind of looks at the sleeve and notices it's a bit too long now. It's like, I'll be able to handle that. Let's go get you dressed, huh?
All right. Not gonna lie, quite excited to see what this looks like on.
It's gonna look ravishing.
Vadim, meanwhile, is putting on his nice suit and Russian roadkill. Yep, he has the hat.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool. So
You
yeah.
look like, dashing.
So yeah.
I'm sorry for what I said.
All of you take the time to get dressed in your nice clothing, and
No, I'll just go on. You first. I can.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I'd just like to let everyone know, Ruby gets all nice and dressed up, does her hair very nice, does her makeup really nice, and she is by far the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your life. After she like dresses up, thank you very much. That is all.
I mean, Raymond's a married man.
Yeah, and then
roll a deception check. No, I'm just kidding.
Hold on, before that, Oswald goes in, gets the time, and comes out in what is quite possibly the nicest, most well put together, perfectly placed everything suit, and then also spent time on his hair and his done up, and he is the most beautiful man you've ever seen.
Like, they just come out and they're just like any bisexual dream.
Man.
two of the hottest human beings you've ever seen just walking out like.
And behind them, a one-handed ogre.
What did that
Ruby and Oswald just walk out and are just like every bisexual's dream.
No, we just both look at each other. We both go up and down and just slow nod of approval.
It's just like
I look like a suave pirate in comparison.
We could both swap outfits and it'd be just as hot both ways.
exactly.
Wow.
But yeah, all of you take your time to get dressed up and put on your fine clothes. And Germain is standing there and says, now I think you're ready to meet Dr. Fox. You look much better.
Oh, and also, so quick pause as like we walk out and see him actually looking at the house for the first time. So is this the actual house right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Oswald kind of like straightens out his jacket, looks over the group, and then looks at the house and goes, homie. It's not...
Certainly do things bigger in America, don't they?
I mean, it's not quite as big. And, like,
It is amazing.
No, not as your residence, but...
Well, obviously, but I mean, it's better than I thought it'd be. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we all know that Blue lives in a castle.
Ruby, take a picture of the house.
Oh yes, I take a picture of the house.
Making sure to get Raymond and
No,
This
this
is
time.
roll photography for that.
Okay. Yeah.
like I said, Corren, the size
Oh,
of the
fuck
house
me.
doesn't compare to my drawbridge.
Well, okay, I'm going to try that now after seeing what the picture looks like. Where's photography? There.
The flash, like.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Yeah, Larissa's turns out like much better, and Ruby's the flash from the reflection of the windows like got back into the viewfinder, and it just blurred everything out. It just like super
and then Ruby,
overexposed it.
Ruby like stands there for a moment, and she's like turns to Jermaine and is like, "Do you know how to take a picture with one of these?" And she holds up her camera.
And he says, I can certainly try.
Yes, and then she turns to the rest of the group and is like, "Yeah, let's take a group picture in front of the house."
Yes, just in case we die.
I meant that more as a thing of sentimentality, but
Oh,
you know,
sorry.
it might as well happen.
Now,
I didn't mean to be morbid.
now
Yes, you did.
this, and Oswald gives like a soft bow to the two women with the cameras and goes, "Is a picture you are legally capable of using. I look too
Oh, I
good
will.
for the people not to see."
I'll be sure to put it in the article. Darling.
Oh,
I
thank you,
must
my
say,
dear,
you do look very great.
Oh, you
I
don't
would have
look
said
too bad yourself.
ravishing.
Ravishing.
I was about to say you look ravishing, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on.
You look here. Hold on. Roll for ravishing. I'm
You ain't a snack, you're a whole fucking meal.
I am exactly. I am precisely hot as shit. That's what
Yeah, honestly, if you might roll against anyone for appearance, you'd win.
Oh, yay! Pretty picture.
I mean, just for the heck of it. Thought so.
No.
Ray's like making an ogre face, like he's doing the.
I've got my hands crossed, but one of
I'm
them is a
even
hook.
uglier than Raymond, by
Oh,
the
and
way.
Vadim's ugly as well.
Oh, wouldn't you look at that? I am
Oh,
so
the two
pretty.
hot- the two hot people are hot as shit. We're in
To
the
be-
middle. Everyone's on the outside.
To be fair, Larissa doesn't really show her face too often. People know what she looks like, but that's about it. People know her name more than her looks.
Alrighty, so
And to be clear, Oswald is standing noticeably closer to Ruby than he was before.
And Jermaine looks at all of you and says, "Well then, shall we?"
Please.
and we
Oh.
shall.
Lead the way.
Okay.
Lead the way.